Hi, my name is Anu Sivaraman. I'm an assistant professor in marketing.
My name is Alex Brown. I'm an instructor in marketing.
Twitter particularly I've used for about 3 to 5 years now. Earlier we used to use other kinds of technology like blogs, but right now I extensively use the learning management system Canvas, and I use Twitter.
I've used Twitter for probably a couple of years now. I actually used Usenet News back in the early 1990s, so I've used sort of social media for a long time to complement the in-classroom experience. Blogs, I tried to use Facebook but couldn't make it useful. So Twitter's basically the only tool that I use at this point.
And I realized that I'm getting most of my information from Twitter. I had subscribed to over 50 different newspapers and magazines on Twitter because they tweet their most important headlines every day, and I don't have the time to read 50 different newspapers and magazines, and this was a good way for me to get information. And then I thought, why not send information out the same way? So that is when I kind of figured out that Twitter would be a good way to send information out to the students as well.
From a content curation standpoint, it's definitely a good way for me to source material for classroom discussion. So I might be following some news feeds on Twitter that have, you know, very contemporary, obviously contemporary content that I want to talk about in my class. It's just also a good way for me to post content from other sources. I read BBC News' app every day for source material, as well as Google News with various sort of keywords plugged into that. When a student posts something to Twitter and uses the hashtag, and in my class we talk about all the new content on the hashtag at the beginning of the class, the student then has to prepare to talk about whatever he or she posted. So it's not just a question of them posting it, but they better really understand how that piece of content fits into the curriculum of our class. So it becomes a learning experience for them, as well as a means to gain class participation, which, you know, for some of the shyer students is difficult. This way, you know, some really shy students in the class feel pretty chatty on, you know, in social media, so it's kind of interesting.
One of the things I'm working on right now is to see if there's any formal way to look at grading Twitter content. I know a couple of other people who are working on it, but if somebody wants to join me on that project, that'd be great, and I'm sure Alex will contribute to that once I have a framework going.